Hey all, Hipper here. Now I think we just need another video of Albemarle here, so I can really tell you how much I think you should research this ship. I am very impressed so far. It's not the best Tier 7 cruiser. I still think Charles Martel is better, and I still think Atago is better, and Wichita is also just, well, maybe just a hair better. But it is still an absolute, great Tier 7 cruiser, and I highly recommend it. I've had a lot of fun in this ship. I probably played, I don't know, like a dozen games in it today, maybe more, maybe 20 games, I'm not really sure. Um, and it's always fun. Uh, it's a great ship, and I said that in the first look video as well, and I haven't changed my mind. It's uh, it's an even better Cheshire, pretty much. And that says a lot if you know how much I like the Cheshire. And yeah, Albemarle is just fun to play, and it's powerful, and it's a ship that's well suited for carrying. It has a tool for pretty much every situation, uh, and it may not be better than Wichita, but I think I like it more because it has torps. Um, So where you have those situations in Wichita where you are, for example, one-on-oneing a battleship, and it's just taking forever to sink it, and in the meantime, stuff is going on the map that you would have to be part of, but you can't because you're being chased by a battleship. In Albemarle, you can just torp these battleships here, and I mean that cuts down on the amount of time you have to spend to burn battleships down when that happens. Of course, it's not always that you have to do that. But if you're like the last ship left and there are 3 battleships left, I would much rather have some torps than than Wichita's HE. And talking about HE, the HE on this ship is just phenomenal. I really, really like it. I think it's even better than a Targus. The fire chance is about the same, but you have 9 rifles, and I know Atago has 10, but the alpha damage from this ship just seems to be more than what Atago can dish out. I'm not sure yet. I don't know why that is. It just seems like that to me. So it's kind of a mix between an Atago, a Wichita, and perhaps a Hipper as well. So all in all, a very solid ship, and it's a bit of a shame it's a Tier 7 cruiser. I would have loved to see a legendary heavy cruiser, but that's still not to be. So, I mean, Albemarle is definitely something that's worth waiting for, and I'm going to play it a lot, that's for sure. Now, I much prefer high alpha damage on cruisers instead of smaller caliber guns and a lot of fires over time. And that's another reason that I don't play light cruisers as agile cruisers. I just don't think they have the alpha damage to do it, especially taking out destroyers quickly. Albemarle takes out a destroyer in 2 salvos, and unless you don't aim right, but if you do, then it's a very short life. If you get spotted by this ship here, it's much faster than Wichita in taking out destroyers, because Wichita's HE is a little bit lackluster actually. The fire chance is good, but the damage is not that good. Like I said before, here you have the same HE damage as Atago, and yeah, it hurts, especially if you're a destroyer. And as I'm sure you're aware now, the ship here has radar, and it also has the British sonar, and yeah, that combination is just deadly. If you can get some peace to hunt destroyers, this ship does it really, really well. And compared to Cheshire, Albemarle actually has the reload to be a threat to destroyers. I have it at 11 seconds, but if you build a pure reload setup, you can get it down to probably 9 seconds, something like that. Now, I've actually seen a fair few Albemarles out here, and there's even one in this game here. There's pretty much one in almost every game, and I guess that means a lot of people have boosted the ship, and they've been excited about it, just like I am. And I understand that, because like I said a few times now, this ship is definitely worth waiting for. And I understand people who have boosted with green XP to get it, because yeah, it's great. And as it is right now, not many people know how to actually fight Albemarle, because it is just so tanky. Unless you beat yourself and show broadside like I did before, but we won't talk about that. It is a little bit clumsy, mostly because it's not so fast. And Chesia still feels a little bit more responsive in both acceleration and turning. I don't really know how that is, because like stats says that Chesia's rudder is slower, and the turning radius is about the same. So maybe it's just me. I still don't think it's a very good-looking ship, and that's putting it mildly. It's pretty much just as terribly ugly as Chesia is, and it still has the same weird boxy shape, and especially the stern is, yeah, it's pretty ugly. And the bridge, like I've said before, it looks like some kind of weird frog in my mind. And then it has the whole weird opening in the middle, just like kind of like what Edinburgh has. And I don't know, I think it's ugly. Some people like it. I like a more streamlined cruiser like Shalmartel much better. I mean, that's a pretty ship, while Albemarle leaves a little bit, to the, not to the imagination, but yeah, it's not the prettiest ship in the game, in my opinion. Let's leave it at that. Now, at 13, 14, 15 kilometer range, Albemarle is agile enough. It cannot trick like good battleships players at distances up to 12, 11 kilometers like Shalmartel can. It's just a little bit too slow for that. But if you stay around the 13 kilometers, then you'll be able to outmaneuver salvos easily, like that. And not many people expect that in this ship, because it certainly doesn't look like a very agile or fast ship. And like I said before, not many people have actually faced this ship yet, so they are a bit surprised getting up against Albemarle, and especially figuring out that it has radar as well. So here we're showing broadside while he's reloading, and then while he fires, we just slow down and we angle so we get these shots here on the side armor, which is really, really thick. Just don't show like actual broadside, because it's not going to stop a 16-inch shell like head on. But if you angle it like I did there, this ship can take a massive pounding. I'm still actually quite in awe of how well it works. And also the bow is very thin, but in my first video I said not to actually bow tank in this ship here, and I don't do it, but the times where I've actually taken a shot on the bow and I was afraid it was going to pretty much run up the nose and citadel me, it didn't. When I get sunk in Albemarle, it's due to HE primarily, or like a random battleship AP round coming in from somewhere across the map, but that's rare. even that's rare that it citadels me. Yeah, HE is your main enemy in this ship here, pretty much like Heber and Eugen. Now, I have bought out the campaign, and I do have Ochakov. I'm assuming that's how you say it. But that was really only to get all the goodies in there, like the commendations and insignia and all that stuff. I really don't care about that Russian cruiser. And I've taken it out 4 or 5 battles, I think, something like that. And it's exactly what I expected. Like, I will do a video on it. It's not as squishy as I thought it would be. I mean, it's nothing like München that cannot take any damage. No, it's okay, but the guns are a little bit too anemic for me. Even with the equilibrium of power selected. Yeah. Anyway, I'll do a video on it separately. So here, I just miss out on my Kraken here. Now this Fantask here is just ripe for the picking, and I miss it with all 3 shots here, which is a bit unfortunate. And I even get another chance, but someone just grabs him right in front of me here. Had I actually hit that one, I would have gotten the trifecta here, which is like a high caliber Confederate and a Kraken. But whatever. So here's the other Albemarle here, and as you can see, HE works wonders on this ship here. And he's just left with enough health for me to pick him off. And excellent. So that's just another video with Albemarle here. I want to get as many out as I can, so I can show you guys how great this ship actually is. Because yeah, like I said, I really like it, and yeah, very, very pleased with it.